Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you check out mygreengear.com. Link is in the description box. So, new information out about Jamie Foxx. As you know, probably around a couple months ago at this point, he had a medical emergency. He had a situation. This is what we're hearing from his camp, from his daughter, other comedians, saying that he had an issue, but he's doing well. His daughter said that he was at home. And all these other comedians that he's friends with are saying he's doing fine, which I understand. I understand that the family and his inner circle want to keep things private, but that's hard to do in the information age. So recently, I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before, on the Dr. Drew show. Remember Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla? That shit back in the day, Love Line was crazy. I remember one time listening to an episode of that or watching it on TV, and a dude called in and said he jacked off for 8 hours straight. I was like, man, there's no way. You wouldn't have any dick left. But those are the kind of stories you got from Love Line. Anyway, Dr. Drew is doing his own thing. He had a guest on there named AJ Benza. And AJ Benza is a journalist. And he said that he knows somebody who was in the hospital room with Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx in the bed, doctors, other people, this source. And he said that the source told him that because of a blood clot that Jamie Foxx was had in his brain, that he is now partially paralyzed and blind. Obviously, that's terrible. Obviously, Jamie Foxx is a huge talent, a real triple threat. But here's the kicker. The source, according to AJ Benza, said that allegedly Jamie Foxx got this blood clot from the poke. They said that he was forced, not in a physical sense. Nobody bullied him and threw him up against the wall and said, you better take this shit. But he was forced by the movie company, by the production company, to get the poke. Allegedly. He's doing a new movie with Cameron Diaz that's going to be coming out on Netflix. And they said in order to get on the project, which is not far-fetched. Remember the sweet and sour sniffles from not too long ago? Where in order to do this and that, you had to get poked? And Hollywood was probably the worst of all. So his source says that Jamie Foxx got this blood clot from the poke, from the jab. So it makes you wonder. He was fine all this time. COVID's been going on for 3 years now? Or no, I'm sorry. Sloppy Joe said that it was over. So they walked out of the sweet and sour sniffles room and just turned off the light. We're done with this. It's over. But we were dealing with it for at least a couple of years. And how many stories have we seen of people collapsing? Sometimes living, sometimes not. But they took the poke. There's a comedian, I think her name was Tiffany McDonald. Is that her name? She was on stage bragging about all the vaccines and pokes she had gotten, and she passed out on stage. How many athletes have you seen, 20-somethings, teenagers in peak physical condition, passing out, dying? Professional athletes have died. And one thing they have in common is they've gotten the jab. So could this have happened to Jamie Foxx? Of course, it's very possible. Remember the rush job they put on that shit? 20 minutes ago, it didn't exist, and now it's everywhere, and they're telling you have to get it. And if you don't, you hate your grandma, and you killed your neighbor. Because you're not putting something in your body. My body, my choice. Oh, yeah, but except when it comes to this. So, either way, whether this was of natural causes or an outside cause, it's really sad what's happening to Jamie Foxx. If what this guy says is true, are these issues, the partial paralysis, the blindness, is it reversible? Is there some kind of physical therapy he can do to restore his sight and restore his ability to walk? Or if and when we see Jamie Foxx again, it's going to be different. He's going to be in a wheelchair. He's going to be blind now. And he's a hell of a comedian. So if Jamie Foxx does recover from this and he comes back And let's say he is blind. I mean, the Stevie Wonder jokes are going to write themselves. He's a very talented dude. It's really shitty to see this happening to him, and it's even worse to think that it didn't have to happen. But if what that guy says is true, Hollywood bullied. Remember, that's one of their favorite words. Everything is bullying, and everybody gets bullied. So if it's true that Hollywood bullied him into taking this, and he was perfectly fine up until then, that's real fucked up. And I hope his family has some kind of legal recourse. And Jamie Foxx, at least once that I've seen with my own 2 ocular stems, he's been on the cover of Men's Health magazine. He was a picture of health. Muscles all over the place forever, going back to his In Living Color days and some of them real shitty movies he did in the early 2000s. The dude's in great shape. He's in great health by all accounts. And it sounds like if what this AJ Benza says is true, he was totally fine until they pulled up that sleeve and rubbed the alcohol on it. That's fucked up. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.